if everyone didn't see on our Instagram, Tyler and George met up in person, which is quite nice. And that's our most liked Instagram post so far, which is pretty good. Where did you meet up, Tyler? You went to New York. What was the reason?
Yeah, so my oldest sister's running in the New York City Marathon that I believe is going on right this second, probably. So my whole family we all do fantasy football. This is like a family fantasy league, and whoever wins kind of picks where we're going for like a family vacation. So we're like, let's just all go meet up in New York City. So we met up there for like a day and a half. I was there, saw George. I was like, he was working in the office. I was like, hey, come, want to meet up somewhere and get dinner? We did. We got some pizza. It was me and my girlfriend, George. He paid the tab, made me feel like just an absolute complete beta because I ordered a bottle of wine for the table. And I feel like when you order a bottle of wine or like order drinks, you're under the impression, like I was like, okay, I'm going to pay the tab, so I'll buy a bottle of wine. And George picks up the tab and just makes me feel like a complete bitch.
Oh, what a cutie. Because you and your girlfriend were around the city all day. You were dropping money on the touristy attractions. So I figured the least I could do is save you guys a few bucks because New York is a very expensive place.
Yeah, but George just the nicest guy picking up the tab. I'm a big guy. I got the trifecta going, so obviously a lot of comments on like me versus George. So I'm tall. I have a lot of muscle mass, and on top of that muscle mass, I have a lot of fat because I need to lose weight. So that's really the trifecta to really make yourself just like tower over someone in a picture. Just be overweight, have muscle, be tall. So yeah, lots of comments on that one, so I had to address it.
I had to be on my tippy toes when I went to hug Tyler for the first time.
Yeah, but
just to get my arms over his shoulders.
I'll be worse. That's gonna be very embarrassing.
I thought we were all, Seth, me, and George are kind of all around the same height, so I thought we were like feeling.
I'm
pretty...
4'9". What do you mean?
That's
yeah, you're
facts.
What's funny about like heights though is like Josiah is obviously making the comparisons like, oh, I'm taller than George because of this. The funny thing is like George obviously met Andrew's Visuals and HZ Joe at Comic-Con. They were both tall. Well, Andrew's Visuals is a freaking giant.
He's huge.
But then HZ Joe, I think everyone on Movie Talk was like, we did not think he was going to be that tall. And then George takes a picture with me, and George ends up looking like shorter. But like George is a tall guy. Like Movie Talk in general is just a tall community. I don't know what it is.
I need to take pictures with shorter people. Like I can't be doing it.
Just meet me, man. It's fine.
I got you, dude. Yeah, we'll hang out sometime. One day.
But yeah, it was super fun. We enjoyed a night together in New York City. It was a blast. But yeah, I was in New York City. I was a fan. It was my first time there. Technically, it lived up to the hype. I would say. I don't know if I could do it like as a full time like live there, but I definitely didn't not like it. I really like Jersey City though, because George and I walked back there late after we got dinner in Jersey City. I freaking like it. My girlfriend and I just stayed out late that night and I just walked around. A lot more slower pace than New York City, which is more at my speed. Then last comment: Philadelphia stinks. If any of you are from Philly, like just like a town of assholes. Everyone knows that in America. And then like the Philadelphia airport was just like the shittiest experience ever. I'm just like, Philly is just not like New York City, greater than Philly. And that's ever my vacation. I'm back. I traveled all day yesterday. I had to hop 4 time zones, 7 hours of flying.
And they just lost the World Series.
They did just lose the World Series too to the Houston Astros. But yeah, yesterday was just flying like crazy, driving. I'm like exhausted right now, but I'm back in Arizona, not traveling again for 2 whole more weeks. So trying to take it easy. But yeah, it was great seeing George. Absolute blast. We all need to get together, us 4. Like I know we talked about it in the chat. Maybe like us 4 all get together. Or maybe us 4 plus all of our 4 significant others get together. Like that'd be like huge blast if we just rent out an Airbnb, shout out Barbarian, and just have a good ass time.
Whenever Seth is willing to come to the States,
bro, I'm willing. Like,
well, I know you're willing. Whenever you're willing to spend,
whenever you want to.
Yeah, whenever you want to.
It's more like time because obviously with me it's fine, but Anna's like full-time employed, isn't she? So she has to book it off and whatever. Like New York for me. It seems I've never been to New York, but it seems like London in that it's just so busy and just incredibly stressful, and people walking in front of you, like driving is impossible. Is that the vibe it's like? Yeah, I feel like I would hate. I'd love to visit, but I feel like I'd just be stressed all the time if I stayed there for like over a week.
So it's a very fast-paced city. It's like
it
like literally it's called the city that never sleeps for a reason. Like there's no time in New York where it isn't just flooded with people in the streets, and everyone, especially like before work and after work, is just in a bad mood and in a rush to get to work. So
that's
running, bumping into each other, or walking over homeless people, depending on what area you're in. It's a hectic city.